Um, there, it's November 8th, 2021. Um, I was looking on the television set, and I noticed Generation Z, Generation Y or Generation Z. I label them as Generation Z, but whatever, they're within the time frame of what New York City is pushing is their, I suppose they're trying to rebrand. It looks like they've canceled My Children's Future and announcements completely in the local area. I don't see them being represented. Barely do I see them represented. I've done a bunch of samples of the local television. It's just what's coming through the Verizon box as I'm here, along with my observation. I don't like to film the city workers. I don't know if there's legality with that, so I don't. However, I film them, I look at them through my rhinoceros vision and my glasses with my own two eyes, and then I quietly come back into my panic room and I update my records as best that I can. Not so there's a official or specific count, but there is an account of what I've serendipitously witnessed as I go, because there's other more important house doctor work going on, where my skin is ripping open. I've had other horrific tiger claw marks on my stomach that were like laser burns of just ripping, but it's more of a pressure system. But anyway, so there's been a lot of this stuff. So as I was walking out the house, I passed Verizon building. It's a brick and mortar where Verizon workers go. It seems to be I think it's a secure facility. I have no idea. I think, have whatever, but they have workers there. So they had trucks lined up. Their guys are there. On the corner, they put in something called a dime bank, Time. I don't have a bank account anywhere. Jace has an IRA. It doesn't really count. It's not the same kind of relationship. So as I'm walking, I hear this really loud noise pollution that catches my attention. It's so I look, and I passed a Verizon guy who also witnessed it. He had one of his plastic things hanging around his whatever, headed towards the Verizon building. And I look, and there is a whole, there's like three guys. I don't know who sent them. I don't know who schedules them. I don't know who follows up with them. I have no idea. But they're what's called jackhammering up concrete in front of the bank, which is a financial institution. The name and the symbolic label just happens to be DIME. So I'm like, well, if that's not a universal sign, it's multi-layered and multitasked in this Rubicon to lexicon thing I'm traversing at House Doctor. I'm a goddess in a bodice, and I'm trying to communicate to the Adonis I was built for, but that has been delayed in coming to get me, with a whole lot of human nonsense and paper and non-essential equipment issues in the middle. So I'm just communicating directly to him because I need to have somebody at house doctor level know, and there's nobody qualified that I can see in the local area. So I'm walking the street and I run into this woman called Robin. Robin and Mike have a daughter, Zena and Kimberly. They lived across the street. Their daughter Kimberly is born around the same time as me and Maria Mirza, who also lived in the same courtyard with Alice and Mike as Robin and Mike. Xena being Robin's daughter, Alice has Maria as their daughter. So now I'm across the street, I'm the same age, so there's pictures of us as kids hanging out, playing in the summertime, whatever. So Robin, but I didn't keep in touch with anybody. So Robin, walking down the street, and I happened to mention to Robin, I said I was doing some work this morning. I was like noticing, because Robin has grandchildren around the ages of between Benjamin and the Mayan calendar baby, and perhaps thereafter. So I wanted her to be aware that on my television, because I'm like, I don't know, am I being targeted with their ad campaigns? Is this something that everybody gets? I'm really not sure, Robin. I was like, but again, I know I have Generation Z kids. It looks like they're being canceled out of television ads, but I don't know if it's just my television or if yours is representing the same. I said, long story short, I said I took a video of it and I put it on social media. I was like, but I was like, when I walked down the block, I was like, it's almost like a sign from the gods. They had scheduled this morning some guy with a jackhammer trying to break up concrete in front of the bank. I don't know what that's all about or what that symbol represents, but again, I took a video of that as well, because the powers that be, usually they like to know these things and they're able to put things together better than myself. So I left her, but at least because I don't know what kind of television she watches. I don't know if the broadcast I see is what broadcasts to her, because now they have these things called podcast. There's something called a satellite. I don't know what a podcast is. TV keeps mentioning it. They're like, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm like, what the hell is a podcast? I mean, like, is that, again, it's not clearly defined anywhere in humanity. Again, I know I'm an alien, alienated in alienation, but I still have this, and there are other humans here that interact and function kind of, sort of, but not really at the same level as what I've been encountering. So I'm just kind of alerting, because I've got the noxious gas. Almost smells like, I don't know if it's sarin, because I don't know SARIN, but I looked up nerve gas because I was looking up sulfur dioxide and that rotten egg smell, and that for sure is on the streets. So I didn't warn her about that because I don't know. Again, I'm carrying an umbrella because I don't know. I warned the authorities but I don't know how any of that stuff works. You humans really haven't laid out a very good plan of teaching and acknowledging. Now, I know that Robin and Mike affiliate as, they've called themselves Jews or Jewish. I don't know what that means. That might be why I think, I don't know how their education system went. Their vocation, I don't know. And I don't know if they're on a notion system, Notion, or if they actually have secular vocation that they communicate with. I have no idea. I don't even know how to broach that subject with the humans. I don't know if it's acceptable, if it's not. I mean, the fact that I've been so ignored for 43 years, I know something. Kimberly was in FIT and then, or some kind of fashion. She worked for Macy's. And now one of them's with Google in California. I don't have no idea. I don't follow the current events of these people. I mean, I have really no relationship with them except a brief encounter when we were younger. But I know in the grand schematic of things, it's important. With the tear and hole in space, time and space, that the floaters in my eyes are geospatially keeping me somewhat. Linda, my mom got a pneumonia shot, not maybe about 2, 3 months ago, and she lost her floater. She's floaters in her eyes as well. She lost her floater somehow, and she said she started experiencing dizzy spells after the pneumonia shot. I don't know what that was about. Again, I'm trying to stay away from your bioengineered products in Humanville. Also, lastly, I saw last night on one of the televisions, there's some FDA trial. This doctor looks like he's got my color skin. He's got magnets that he's putting on people's brains to try to fight depression. Right, okay, so if the body is like a antenna system, like rabbit ears, he's trying to rewire the rabbit ears and the magnetics since the physics in the outer space portion of science is out of tune and out of whack, which is what I say this is, because we've got CERN working on a hadron collider and physical space that's broken. It's got broken glass inside of it. I'm a physical manifestation of anatomy with hands, and I have my own timing system, and I'm nowhere in the correct geospatial appearance, and I don't have people to rely on or even know where to go to be placed back where I need to go correctly to do whatever it is to mend broken glass. Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. It is November 8th, 2021, and it is Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken.